Well, we start with this developing news and another warning for women at UNM. Police tell us that a woman there says a man groped her overnight, and this comes just about a week after another woman had said the same thing had happened to her.
Officers say this latest incident happened near Castetter Hall. It's on the southern part of the campus. It's just off Central. Now, police want women all around campus to be on high alert. They've gotten 2 reports of women being attacked in just the last week. The latest was here again near Castetter Hall. This was late last night. A woman there told police a man grabbed her and groped her. Now, she says it was a white guy wearing a red sweater.
That's right. And remember, last week a woman had a similar story. She says she was jogging near Johnson Field when 2 black men, she says, grabbed her and groped her. Now, police are still trying to find whoever did that, and they said they should have more information about this possibly as early as today. But right now, police don't know if the 2 cases are connected.
And because of all of this, UNM police are setting up a tip line, hoping to get more information about whoever is groping these women and about other crimes in general. You should know this is not going to be anonymous. For that, you still need to call Crime Stoppers. That hotline should be up and running later this week. When it is, we will let you know what that number is. And new for you this morning, this just in, a bad crash early this morning in the far northeast Heights. We're told a Mini Cooper nearly split in half at Tennyson and San Antonio. It's near Tramway. This was very early this morning, probably by about 4 o'clock. It appears that Mini Cooper was going east. It did not take a very sharp curb very well. Now, police at the scene have not been able to find whoever was driving that car. They were looking the area for that. As soon as we get more information on this, we will let you know. Well, money for your kids' schools and a controversial construction project, plus who's in charge of Albuquerque's public school board. Those are just 2 of the things you'll get to vote for today. The polls are open from 7 to 7 here in Albuquerque. And remember, you can vote at any polling place. Get a list of them on our website, krqe.com. Just click on news links. Elizabeth?
The 15-year-old accused of killing his family in the South Valley is officially indicted on a number of charges. A grand jury indicted Nehemiah Griego on 5 first-degree murder charges yesterday. Investigators say he killed his mom and dad, a younger brother, and his 2 little sisters last month. Prosecutors are charging him as an adult. Right now, Nehemiah is still being held in juvenile jail. And Nehemiah's family issued a statement on his indictment Monday saying justice won't be served if Nehemiah is tried as an adult or is locked up in an adult prison. They believe pursuing adult sanctions against the team is unjust and contrary to the victim's wishes. An Albuquerque city councilor wants to move forward with plans to build a highway connecting Albuquerque to Rio Rancho to the West Mesa. Councilor Dan Lewis says he wants to reignite plans for the Paseo del Volcan highway. He says it's better to do it now before the population grows and the problem becomes similar to what is going on over off of Coors Boulevard, where there's a lot of traffic congestion.
You wait till the neighborhoods kind of fill in, and then you come and try in and build a road like this, and having to acquire right-of-way that has been improved, it becomes more problematic.
The city council voted to make it a priority last night. They'll now work with 2 other counties, the state and the federal government, to come up with the funds. This means they will have to figure out how much the 25-mile highway will cost to build.
Well, in just a few hours, we should find out how roads and bridges here in New Mexico are doing. The National Federation of Independent Businesses will talk about the money the state needs to make sure it's meeting safety requirements. That's later this morning in Santa Fe. A nonprofit group called TRIP did the research for the study. Its goal is to make transportation better all across the country. Well, if you're looking for a job here in New Mexico, this unfortunately is not the news you want to hear. The latest employment numbers show we're the only state in the whole Southwest to lose jobs from December of 2011 to December of last year. In fact, during that time, we lost 3,200 jobs. Governor Susana Martinez is blaming that on the state's economy, saying it's simply not diverse enough and that it depends too much on federal jobs. She says she has to work with legislators at the Roundhouse to make it easier for businesses to come here and stay here.
Right now, it is challenging. We have a high tax rate in our business tax. We also need to make sure that Texas and Colorado and Arizona, for example, who just reduced their business tax to 4.9, that we're competitive with them.
Well, Democrats have a different plan to create jobs. They introduced it in the Roundhouse. They want $97 million for public works projects like this. They were also pushing the film, technology, energy, and agriculture industries.
The state tourism department wants the legislature to double its advertising budget from $2.5 million to $5 million. The tourism secretary says the new budget will allow them to carry out its New Mexico True marketing campaign to Chicago and California and better promote our fall and winter attractions. Governor Susana Martinez supports the full increase, while the Legislative Finance Committee recommends a $1.5 million increase. A study found that the New Mexico True campaign has brought New Mexico $3 for every dollar spent. Two Senate Democrats in New Mexico introduced a bill Monday to raise the minimum wage statewide by $1. The bill from Senators William Solis and Richard Martinez would raise the rate to $8.50 an hour, which is what it is right now in Albuquerque. The last statewide minimum wage hike was back in 2009 when it went from $6.50 to $7.50. This new bill does not call for automatic annual increases.
A state legislator here in New Mexico is taking dead aim at assault rifles. Representative Stephen Easley of Santa Fe has introduced a bill banning certain semi-automatic weapons and magazines that hold 10 or more bullets. The law would not affect people who own assault rifles and bought them before July 1st and gun stores with shooting ranges. The president, as you probably have heard, is asking Congress to approve the same kind of gun control laws for the whole country. Speaking of guns, if you have them and you want to get rid of them, listen to this. Bernalillo County is about to start a gun buyback program. Simple. You turn in guns, you get Visa gift cards, no questions asked. Sheriff Dan Houston will talk about the program at about 10:30 this morning. We'll be there. We'll let you know what he says. Now, Albuquerque has a gun disposal program where they just take the guns, you don't get anything back. And Santa Fe also has a buyback program as well, becoming very popular after that Sandy Hook shooting.
Yeah, a lot of the gun buyback programs in other cities and states have been so popular.
Yes,
Tons of people have showed up for it. So.